Hello and welcome to the channel. This is the Eradicator, and in this video we'll be talking about Flight Simulator, or maybe Drive Simulator, right? Because it turns out that I have found a way to drive a car in Flight Simulator, and this actually has been a fantasy for quite a lot of people out there. Because yeah, sure, in Flight Simulator we get to fly around the world, but there are also quite a few people who would love to be driving a car around the world. Can you imagine all the roads of the world at your disposal thanks to the same technology that's available for Flight Simulator? That game would be amazing. And so this is what the people who have been creating this mode here with this car, this Mitsubishi Pajero, are trying to bring here to the game. Now, does it live up to our expectations, or perhaps should we lower our expectations? Because after all, this is Flight Simulator, in which we're meant to be flying planes, not driving cars. So we're going to figure out right here. First, I'm driving in the city of Versailles in France, and it definitely looks like the roads are indeed a little bit bumpy. The traffic, well, the traffic is looking very artificial indeed. I mean, it sure looks good from above here when you are flying a plane. When you're driving down there on the ground, well, the cars just come and go in a very generic way. At least they don't have any collision, so we don't really collide inside, so it doesn't break the car. But when we hit, for example, if there's a bridge, then we think we can go under the bridge, but there's some kind of invisible wall, which is then basically game over. Then the car is upside down and we cannot put it back on a track, if I may say so. Inside the cities, well, we all know that the streets do look very generic. Sure, the trees look very good from above, but when you're down there on the ground, then the trees are stuck on the ground as well, which sometimes can block the view. But again, as mentioned before, this is not how the game is intended to be played. Eventually, what I found very surprising was that I used to live in Versailles for a very long time, so I know those roads. I've driven there hundreds, if not thousands of times, so I was really able to find my way, which is very surprising. I was able to go, for example, find the entrance of the Palace of Versailles, which you can see right here, which is exactly how it looks like. I was able to drive around the city to try to find one of the local malls, which I used to go very often when I wanted to do some of my shopping. And I even got to find the access ramp, the exact access ramp with the exact traffic pattern to the highway that goes to Paris. So it's really realistic. If only, right? If only the technology was there to allow us to drive, I think that we would have a potentially fantastic driving simulator. Asobo Studio, if you're watching this video, this is something that would be absolutely amazing. Now, I didn't just try Versailles, I tried maybe a place closer to an airport. How about Nice, for example? The city of Nice, which has his airport right inside the city. So it looks like the airport of Nice is kind of like almost bespoke, right? The developers have tried to place the environment in a realistic fashion, so the roads over there are maybe more suitable for driving, and it definitely does look like I am driving on the Promenade des Anglais, right on the French Riviera, right next to the river. So this is looking a little bit more convincing, but again, you can tell that this is not how the game is intended to be played. Eventually, I gave it another shot. I went to Taipei, which is where I live, in the airport inside the city, which is Songshan Airport, and I wanted to try to see if I could go to Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall, which is one of the landmarks of the city in the game. And I was able to get to Donghua Road, which is one of the roads that goes to Chiang Kai-shek Memorial. At some point, there's going to be a runabout where I will take a run high road and then I'll go there. So it's very easy, right? Just go straight until the big runabout, then turn right and go straight, and you'll be straight to Chiang Kai-shek Memorial Hall. But then, unfortunately, the car collided on Civic Boulevard, which is one of those big streets. It's a big boulevard that crosses the city from east to west, or west to east, depending on the direction, obviously, right? And then it was game over again. So I was not able to do that, showing that, well, the concept is fantastic, the idea is great, but unfortunately, as of right now, it's just not possible. Now, can it be possible? I think it can, but I think that we would have to place the roads manually. If you want to, for example, drive from one place to another place, you would have to like create an airport, but it's not really going to be an airport. Instead, you're just going to place the roads. I think that if we do that, then we might have a couple of interesting routes to be driving with a car, but apart from that, I think that it's just better to stick with planes. And that's all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can find the mod in plenty of various websites, very easy to find. I'll put the link in the description down below if you are interested, and I'll see you guys next time for more content of the channel. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.